Hi everyone, welcome to Dyslexia&i. I'm Shweta and I just want to spend the next couple of minutes talking to you about dyslexia assessments and why they might be useful for you. September is an infamous month, but actually I think it brings with it a lot of fresh energy. It's the opportunity to start new, to start a brand new academic year, and it brings with it lots of hope that this year will be way better than last year. But if you know that your son or daughter has struggled in the past at school, maybe their confidence has been knocked, maybe they struggle with reading or writing or spelling, maybe they struggle with maths, maybe their energy is just really, really high and they can't sit still, they can't seem to focus, maybe they just don't enjoy school at all. The best thing might be to get a dyslexia assessment done for them. And the reason I say this is that there are many advantages that come with an assessment. And I'm just going to spend the next couple of minutes just talking to you about all the different advantages that come with an assessment. So one of the key advantages that comes with an assessment is that it highlights specific areas of strength and weaknesses of that child. And even though it might not be very nice to see all of your weaknesses, what's really great is that there are so many strengths that come along with them that children can sometimes be shocked by it. Whenever your confidence has been knocked at school, children often feel that they're just rubbish at everything, that they can't do anything. And actually, it's a great way to remind them and for them to see that no, my areas of difficulties are just very specific in right here, but actually look at all these amazing strengths that I have. My memory might be really, really poor, but look at my processing speed. Oh wow, isn't that amazing that I can do that? And it really does increase their self-esteem, their confidence, just by seeing those scores. And this can lead very nicely to having a greater understanding of why. Why do I struggle with this? You can have a conversation with your assessor. You can break it down in the report that you will get after the assessment and just work it out. You know, what's going wrong? You know, why is it that this specific skill at school is difficult for me? You can really break it down and understand why. And that's fantastic in an assessment. Another one is for children, often it's actually quite nice for them to know that they're not a problem. It's not their fault that they're struggling. That to have the label of dyslexia might not be nice, but just to know that dyslexia is there might be quite nice for them to not take the responsibility and blame all on themselves for this. So that can sometimes actually work in their favour. Another one is knowing, I'm sorry, I'm struggling with this, aren't I? You can also then help them reframe. So I often do this with children in that you can help them reframe their difficulties by associating those difficulties with the difficulties of famous dyslexics. And actually you can find so many of them online. They're all there. And once children see that, they feel really, really good. And it's not just children, adults as well can see really famous dyslexics who have the same problems or who have had the same problems in the past and have managed to make a massive success out of their life. And that's always really nice and comforting and creates that sense of hope and optimism that if I just work on my specific areas of difficulties, I could also achieve something incredible because my dyslexia is not a disability, it's a gift and I can really use it to maximize my skill and opportunity. So that's wonderful. A really big one for dyslexia assessments is that once you get your scores and report with the assessment, you can take that to school and school will then be able to give you access arrangements, so extra help. Now, that extra help might be in the way of extra time, that might be in the way of a reader in exams or a writer in exams. You could get a laptop in exams for subjects that require lots of typing or writing, sorry. So that can actually be super, super useful. Another really good one actually is rest breaks. If you're somebody whose mind just gets really overwhelmed and boggled, and you know that once I get to that level, I'm just going to be writing jargon in my exam, then actually just having an assessment and being recommended rest breaks can be fantastic because once you have that, you can just relax and know after an hour I can take 10 minutes and just relax and regather my thoughts and then come back to my exam. So that's really, really useful as well. I have to make this very, very clear that you do not need to have a diagnosis of dyslexia in order to get that extra support at school. What you need is just the testing and the report. Once you have that report, those tests will be able to indicate areas of difficulties, and those areas of difficulties are the things that recommendations for access arrangements are based on. So you do not need to be dyslexic to get that. You just need to maybe struggle with processing speed, in which case you probably get extra time. Or you might be a slow writer, in which case you might get a writer. You might be slow at reading, and so you might get a reader. So there's that to really consider and think about. And the last one, but the crucial one, is what to do next. Once you have your report, once you've done all the testing and you've been given your report and spoken to your assessor, you can actually sit down and plan the next steps. You're not living in a state of confusion, of limbo. You can plan your next steps really, really well. So that could be a specific program that helps you with specific difficulties that you have. It might be that there is a subject which is really, really difficult for you because of your difficulties. So it could be that actually maths is a key one. The extra tuition in maths could be planned. You could start that. But September is a great time for a dyslexia assessment. And like I said before, it's a great way to plan ahead. You want to think about doing it now so that your son or daughter can get used to all the different arrangements, to the different support they can be getting. And if you are interested or want some extra advice, please just send me a quick email. Email is better than phone for me. I will respond much quicker. But, I'm really more than happy to chat with anybody and to really understand what are your specific concerns, your specific difficulties, and then we can just plan going forward. And then if you are thinking about an assessment for yourself, get that booked in really quickly, get it done, have a report, send it off to school, make sure that everything is set in place before any exams come around, or even before they might start getting more and more tired as the academic year progresses, and you don't want that confidence to get knocked. So now is the time, go out there and really just nail it. Thank you so much, and I hope this was useful. Let me know in the comments if you have any further insights that actually I have not mentioned in this. Let me know. Thanks. Bye.